It's like crazy town. So what we're looking at is the week of May 25th to May 31st. Okay, so Monday, May 25th, we have Mars squaring Pluto, some tension. Tuesday, May 26th, we have the Sun trining Pluto. On Thursday, May 28th, Venus is square Saturn. On Sunday, May 31st, we have Mercury sextile Chiron and a full moon in Sagittarius. By the way, if you are wanting to sit with me for the full moon, we have some seats available to kind of pop into the inner circle. My inner circle is a monthly membership for people that want to sit with me with new and full moons and get extra support in between. We have a dedicated space within the Discord community that is for more depth, more vulnerability, and being held and seen by other people moving through the process. So if you're wanting that, the chart is appearing blurry. Yeah, sorry, I have like food in my teeth. You guys know I'm like so real here. I'm not, what's it called? You know, like social media trained. Like they're like, for influencers, they're like, you must say the right thing. I'm like, I don't fucking care. It's clear now. Did you have your glasses on? No, I'm just kidding. So we've got a lot going down this week. It's going down in, you know me, barf barf. Jaya, welcome. Oh my gosh, Luke showed me the picture of my niece in your little sweater. It was so cute. Guys, give Jaya's music a peek. He is a DJ, epic music creator. Love his work, so definitely give his stuff a peek. For those of you over on YouTube or Twitch, it's, what is your at, dude? I'm like, I gotta like pull it up. It's @_ Jaya, Jaya music _ on TikTok. Let's go. Yeah, she was so cute. I'll have Luke send you the photos. Her and I baked a cake for her yesterday. It was so freaking cute. So cute. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's jump into Monday. So we do have some squares happening. I'm gonna change this to like 8 a.m. kind of shift up the perspective. Okay, you guys, I'm a little funky silly right now. I'm not gonna lie, a little funky silly. Oh, always, dude. Hey, creators support creators, and honestly, when my friends are successful, I'm successful. That's how it works. When we support other people's success, it supports our success. Like this whole like gatekeeping shit, come on, grow up. Share the love. Share the love, guys. Come on. Okay, so it's so true. No, literally, I was talking to some guy at the barista at a coffee shop. Like I was super stoked to like, oh, we were talking about John Summit. And I was like, yeah, he made it pretty big, pretty quick in such a beautiful way. He's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, we got to celebrate him. Like when people make it, fuck yeah, dude. I'm getting chills because that's going to be Jaya in like a year. Making bangers. Yes. Okay, so what we're looking at here on Monday the 25th, we have Mars hanging out in Taurus. Oh my gosh, Mars is right on my Taurus. Mars is right on my Mars. I'm going through my Mars return. No wonder I'm so fucking locked in. Yeah, you got to. Not if that ever happens, dude. You got to name it when it happens. When it happens, we're speaking shit into existence, my guy. Oh yeah, just like the card shared. Yes, exactly. No, I love that reading. That was so beautiful. So just this guy's just waking up. Let's go. Okay, Mars is squaring Pluto. Eep. On Monday, May 25th, Mars square Pluto. Yikes. Squares are kind of uncomfortable. If you guys have been here for a while, you'll know that like squares are this sort of crunchy tension energy. I like to name squares almost like the tectonic plates, right? We have these different plates that the earth kind of has floating around, and when they come into contact with each other, they rub up against each other's edges, and something happens as a result. Tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, like things that are, as humans, like a little bit like, that's kind of spooky, right? So I say that with the depth, so much love. Thank you, Jaya. Galaxy, let's freaking go. there is fights. Well, squares are, they essentially, this is kind of how I've been naming them for my feminines, if you understand this sort of phrase. For feminines, if you have a regular cycle, it's like the tail end of the luteal phase, because when your boundaries are not upheld, you will see very clearly what pisses you off. Okay, so what squares show us is this opportunity to see where we have not been holding boundaries, and or there's a part of our life that isn't in alignment, and so squares just bring it to the surface. Like, think like a pimple coming up to the surface. It's showing like maybe your diet is off, or maybe you're shifting into a new phase of your life, like, or there's just something that's imbalanced, right? That is what a square does. And my nose is leaking. Gross. I'm like a toddler here. So Mars in Taurus. Hi, I am your spokesperson for a Mars in Taurus. My Mars is in Taurus, and very stubborn energy. And this is Mars, our will, our drive, our masculine energy. And so I'm seeing like doubling down. And Pluto over here, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of like realizing that you were the one standing in your way and being pissed that you so Pluto retrograde, to kind of bring us into context for this Monday, Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius 5 degrees, and this really has us shifting an internal focus on where the paradigms and the internal structures of our society no longer work for the person that we're evolving into. And so it's like literally breaking shit down. It's intense. It is intense. So this is like really, yeah, it's going to be interesting to witness. With Mars creating this square, it's almost like, I don't know why it's giving Hercules energy, with like thinking that like you can handle everything, and it's almost like you don't have to. Right? This sort of, I need to like be pushed. It's so interesting because Mars in Taurus is either all in, so you have to use your own context here. All in, so you might be going 100% and going and going and going, and you need to slow down and reassess the programming that comes from. Or you have no momentum right now and you're just kind of sitting, and that might be the like Pluto is saying, it's time for you to take a little bit of action. It's time for you to like actually shift things up in a new way. What this square creates is, it's almost like, I see like these two facing and like thinking of like squaring up in martial arts fighting. I'm seeing this sort of like these two are like head to head, and Pluto retrograde isn't as aggressive. It's more like, I'm just showing you the truth of where your programming has changed and where you need to like shift your momentum. And the thing about Mars in Taurus is it's very slow to shift the momentum. So this can feel really irritating and frustrating. Like it's going to take so much effort and time to actually like pivot things. It's not a quick pivot. It's not like I'm hearing like a pirouette. It's like, this is like slow, calculated planning to turn. But the beautiful thing is like, this is going to be supportive of your long-term vision here. Okay. I promise. So, yeah, just pausing there. Hi, Nicole. How's everybody feeling? How's that landing for people? I mean, I know that's upcoming Monday, but, the opportunity of this time, right? Squares always present us opportunities. It's really letting us see where you've been standing in your own way, right? I feel like the Uranus Sun conjunction kind of revealed a lot for you guys. And then it's kind of like, hey, now you've got to really face the parts of you. Oh, me thinking my sprained ankles would be healed. Oh yeah, it takes a lot of time at Mars. And Taurus rising here, 3 oh yeah. You're feeling that. Oh yeah, Pluto squaring that stuff too. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of Pluto squares the last I'd say 3 years, and they're humbling in the way that like it really pushes you to confront parts of yourself if you have personal planets at those degrees. Yeah, it's sort of like really affirming this slow and steady thing that has been kind of coming up in the collective, where it's like we don't have to go like 100% all the time. Like our capacity each day is different. And I'm going to do a little bit more of a personal share with like the realization that came through for me with the Sun conjunct Uranus, because I feel like this might reveal some things for you guys too. Is that it revealed to me like all the things that I used to enjoy that used to bring me joy don't bring me joy anymore. And so I kind of like had this existential crisis of like, I need to like find new things. I need to like be curious again. I need to explore, I get the opportunity to explore new things. Like, for example, I'm going to be going to the Ren Fair in a couple of weeks, and I was like looking at things to buy, and I was like, what if I just created things? No, literally, Callie, your post and your share, I was like, oh girl, we are literally on the same page, because I was literally laying on that day on the ground and was like, I'm so fucking bored. I tried watching shows, didn't want to, tried playing video games, didn't want to, tried to create something, didn't want to create. And it was just literally like your echelon, at least this is how I interpreted it, as far as this personal reflection of this energy, is like, there's more to explore. Like there's more capacity. And it's not that those things I can't return to and enjoy, but it's like my palette has expanded, right? And that's why today I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to add a different platform to stream to here. Like I need to broaden things. There's more space for more new things. I've been thinking about going to the Ren Fair, but I can't decide which weekend to go. I'm going the first weekend. Myself and Tasia are. So IYK. So I think you're local. I think so. I think we're in similar spaces. So if you're around. Okay. So this square really is like, the thing is Pluto doesn't freaking care about Mars and Taurus temper tantrum. Oh, yours is until September. Well, go to all the weekends then. So Mars and Taurus, again, spokesperson for this, like, I doubled down, right? But it's not an external thing. And that's the thing, is like this Mars and Taurus will like double down. Like, I'm just going to keep doing things the way that I've done them because they've worked so far. And Pluto in Aquarius is going to show very clearly that it's not supposed to work that way. So you can either resist and like try to like go the same pathway. Because the visual that came into my mind as I'm sitting with this energy is like, Mars and Pluto are looking at each other, and Pluto's like, there's another pathway. And Mars is like, no, and like marches forward, and it's like this crazy loop and comes right back to where Pluto's at. And Pluto's like, you could, again, you know that pathway. You could keep doing that and end up exactly where you've been. So that's Monday. So it's going to create, and again, apply where this resonates. When I talk about astrology, you can use the metaphors of as within, so without, right? So this might be happening outside of you, where you have some things confronting you in your patterns, whether it's like, people, places, things, and or it's an internal thing, or maybe you're the one revealing new patterns to other people and they're just doubling down on their patterns, right? So there can always be this dance of things happening outside of you. So always, you know, you might notice that as the transit comes up. And again, for everybody on TikTok, thank you for liking, sharing. All of those things help the content get out to other people. And same goes for these other platforms. It's funny, I'm so like locked in. I really feel like a weather person right now. I'm like, and okay, this is the weather forecast, but it's the energy forecast. So let's go ahead and jump to the 26th. Everybody take a sip of water and or coffee. I love my electrolytes. It's like adds a little sparkle. Oh my gosh, welcome. This is my first time live. Just a heads up. So every Sunday I normally stream. Tea's okay, Mia, you can have tea. I'll allow it. I go live every Sunday over on Twitch and TikTok, and so I've brought it over here. I'm like, we need, there's more audience to reach, so I'm just broadening that scope. So welcome. If you can't stay for the whole time, that's totally fine. I re-upload it to my other YouTube account, Astraemia, but I also write about this in my newsletter, Letters from the 8th House, for everybody who's new here or joining for the first time. Basically, I take everything that I talk about here and write it in a nice written format and email it to you on Mondays. So on May 26th, we have the sun in Gemini making a trine to this Pluto. So I love this. Ugh. I've been loving this like cerebral energy. It's been a little, at least for me personally, it's felt a little like confrontational in a good way of like, whoa, there's so much more to the brain than I could even think about. There was more real estate, at least for me personally. So the sun in Gemini is really illuminating this space within us around the way our mind works, where I've really been honing in on this sort of aspect of like your thoughts create your reality, speaking things, the importance of what you're intaking into your mind, right? Whether it's music, content, things like that, being very aware. Like, I know we talk about water signs being very sensitive. Air is just as sensitive. It's just more mentally driven. So how are you programming yourself? And this trine here, I feel like is very supportive, especially after this square. As this square, I mean, the square is going to still kind of continue on for a little bit. We feel this building up, right? Whenever I talk about the transits, it's when it's making it an exact, it's at exactitude. That's what I call it. I think that's an actual astrology word, but sometimes I make shit up. So I don't know at this point. So with that coming together, we have this square happening at the same time as this trine, which I feel like is a really supportive, like building bridge of like reaffirming new patterns and letting like ourselves be seen in the crunchiness of the square the day prior, of like feeling where our frustrations are, but also allowing ourselves to like make conscious choices, right? Sun in Gemini, and like allowing our mind to be changed, right? Allowing an openness, that mutable energy. And trines are always like, it's like handshake kind of emoji. Like Pluto in Aquarius is like, yeah, we're like completely reprogramming, right? I think of like the human brain, and Aquarius energy is this sort of like database, this collective database, or the collective cloud, collective consciousness that is being like rewritten behind the scenes for you on a personal level with it retrograde. And so this trine over to the sun over in Gemini is like, downloads. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, absolutely. This is like, it's my favorite thing. I've been doing this live stream for the last year. It's just like, finally I've bridged these things together. And so I always say, and some people are just jumping in for the first time, like, continue to come to these lives, because how I share these things, you might find bits and pieces that work for you and your makeup and like how you interpret things. And then you can take and run with it, what you think. So this, I love this energy for Tuesday, because it's really like reaffirming new pathways, like neural pathways is what it feels like. So why I was like encouraging everybody in the chats to say like, you know, name your manifestations, name what you want. I was saying, I want a new computer. I want like new software. I want things that are going to elevate me in delivering more quality content to you guys and like matching me with that. That kind of thing. Aw. Wow, that's beautiful. I love that. I also had a similar cry this morning. Just reading this message that we have here from YouTube. Just had an emotional cry of gratitude for all the growth I've made, and giving gratitude for all the guidance from the astral realm, including my recently deceased mom. Oh, I love that, right? And it's such an interest. Death is a whole subject that I could ramble on for forever, but it's really like, it's just a different shift in frequency, a different shift in state, right? And so, you know, just feeling that the love never leaves. That's my most favorite thing to say, is like, it doesn't leave. And I feel that with like my own experiences sitting with death and sitting with grief, it creates space and room for more. This trine, I'm like, last little things I want to share about this. This is a beautiful day to like, I'm hearing like, try something new. Go out of your comfort zone, try something new. Ooh, that day we're doing Writers Guild. If you guys aren't in my Discord, come join. We'll be doing some writing prompts guided by me and Spirit. And it's kind of like this container. We set aside time to like write for 7 minutes off of a prompt and space to share. So if you feel called to do that, you can sign up through the link in my bio and or join the Discord. And again, thank you, my TikTok viewers, for liking and sharing. Yeah, hell yeah, Writers Guild. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, like this is a fun day to just explore, like even just trying on new like personas. And something that I've actually been sitting with personally, especially with my inner circle. If you guys saw that like personal message that I sent with you guys and personal reading that I sent you guys, I've been sitting with the idea of making myself like a new character card for myself. And so like I have this canvas sheet open where I'm kind of just like picking and choosing like, okay, what do I want this next iteration of me to be? Like, how do I want this to unfold? How does she embody things? What does that look like? And I kind of feel like this trine that's happening here is an invitation to like try on something new. Try on a new expression, new music, new reading, new curiosity, like curious energy that maybe challenges more of that like rigid DNA sort of experience from our upbringing. Okay. Now Thursday, let's go ahead and Thursday, the 28th, Venus is also making a square. Venus is in Cancer, sweet little baby Cancer. And we've got Saturn here. This is the quietest I've seen my TikTok chat in a while. Y'all must be locked in. Also, it's like a different time. Beautiful things. Okay. So on the 28th, we have this square happening. So Saturn, just to kind of bring people into the loop of understanding like some of our current positions of planets right now, Saturn has been in Aries since the beginning of this year. No, Mappy, you can't miss Writers Guild. It's not Writers Guild without you. Oh, it's fine. We'll share the prompts. You have to watch. No, you get to work. You could just listen while working. I don't know. All right. So, hi, Diego. Welcome. So Saturn in Aries. I have it as I own it. Yeah. Blessings to you too. So this square that's happening on the 28th, Saturn in Aries, right? Saturn has been in Aries since earlier this year, 2026, but we had an experience of Saturn dipping into Aries last year as well, so we got like a preview. So Saturn in Aries it's such an interesting contradicting energy because it's like really refining the energy of Aries, which is understanding when to take action. Not that you have to take action on everything. You don't have to take action on every opportunity that is revealed to you. So Saturn in Aries has been really slowing that fire down in such an important way. It's tempering it. It's really honing in on the like practice makes perfect. You're not supposed to get it immediately. And then Venus in Cancer, sweet, sensitive Venus in Cancer. This is like the tender layers and folds of our heart. Venus is all about how we give and receive love. It's how we express, love, devotional energy. And in Cancer, it's so sensitive. It is so like seeing videos of animals and crying sensitive. My Venus is in Pisces, so I'm that person. And this is like very, very tender energy that our collective is in. And so this square is really like, oh, I feel it already. As soon as I named it, they just gave me like the visceral feeling of this square, which is like, understand boundaries actually honor you and honor the other people entering connection or receiving, giving love, right? If there's not a container to hold it, just an emotional mess everywhere. And really, like, Venus in Cancer wants to just like have their emotions be received, right? Because here's the thing about Cancer. Cancer is the first water sign, and it's all about me. How do I feel? I want my feelings acknowledged and validated. And Saturn in Aries is saying, like, yes, but like, we need to temper this. We need to actually build sustainable foundations for our identity to express these feelings on. And Venus in Cancer goes, I don't care. I have big feelings. I'm going to share. And so there's nothing wrong with that, but it's more of without the containment, without the containment of Saturn, Venus is, it's just like going out into the world naked. I mean, you can do it. You can do it, but it's going to be vulnerable as fuck, guys. It's going to be really, really vulnerable. So Saturn is just like, all right, good luck with that. And it's kind of like Saturn doesn't really want to pick up the pieces when Venus comes crawling back, heartbroken and sobbing. I'm literally seeing, if you guys have seen, Adventure Time, you know, Ricardo, who's the like heart of the Ice King, and like how he gets like all beaten up. Like, I'm just seeing like your heart all like beaten up and bruised. I'm sorry, that's kind of brutal. And so of course, take and apply where this applies in your life, where these things are within your own chart. It just really shows like where having emotional containment for yourself is actually really, really important. I think of the sort of lesson that Saturn in Pisces was really trying to hone in on us, which was like, hey, you can have big feelings, but you want to understand how important it is to have a container for these things. Yeah. And like a cup of water, if I took the water out of this frickin' water bottle and just was like, here you guys go, and it just spills everywhere. If you guys didn't have cups ready to receive it, it's not going to hold, right? And there's something also here to this about like pouring into foundations that aren't actually at the capacity to receive your fullness. So there's sort of this testing, like you don't have to pour 100% into one. It's like you don't have to have your eggs all in one basket. You can really like allow yourself to try things out, to go slow. And that's what Saturn in Aries is really saying. Like, you're still in this really raw and vulnerable state of your new identity continuing to unfold. That's going to be sort of the edges of Saturn and Aries in general, especially with Neptune and Aries. And so it's like, you don't have to freaking, and also like, you don't have to settle for things that can't hold all of you is also the feeling too. But you might feel that tenderness as well. Oh, this is so in line with your personal card. Oh yeah. Yeah. Freaking love it. Love it, love it, love it, guys. So what the square is showing you is where you have continued to pour into containers that maybe are too big or too small. I'm literally thinking of like Goldilocks right now, where it's like, this is too hot, this is too cold, this is just right. And it's through lived experience. Especially, I want to name the fact that, guys, we have so much, mostly everything besides Pluto. Basically, Pluto's holding the fort down. I'm not going to lie. Pluto's like really having us like reprogram everything that we're experiencing through here. And the reason I highlighted the first 4 signs here, the first 4 signs are all about our individual experience. And there is this massive understanding that everybody is going through their own individual experience. Aries is all about I am. Taurus is all about I have. The first thing we own is our body. Aries is our spirit. Taurus is our body that inhabits. Gemini is our mind and how it functions. I think. Venus is our heart, how we feel. This is the first personal experience of all of these things. And look, Neptune, Saturn, Chiron, Mars, Uranus, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter are all in the first, the first 4 signs, which is all about self. It's all about self. That's why I said, be radically selfish. It's okay. Why is selfishness right now? It's like we're really in this like crazy terrain of getting to know ourselves, and it's all being reprogrammed by Pluto. It's all being reprogrammed. Okay. You got it? You guys with me? You getting it? Is it clocking? And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because you're not going to get it right, is what I'm saying here. It's like all about trial and error right now. So don't be beating yourself up for making new mistakes. Yes, ma'am. Jackpot. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's clocking. Okay, I hate it. It's rough. But yeah, like literally, I mean, I could share all my personal experiences, which honestly, Spirit's saying, you gotta get more vulnerable, Izzy. And I'm like, I've poured my heart out on the freaking internet. And they're like, more. Give us more. And I'm like, fuck. No. But it's important. That's why, like, I like the inner circle, because it gives us more permission to be more vulnerable in a safe container. And that's kind of what this Venus in Cancer with the Saturn in Aries is like, finding the containers that can hold these things. And it might take, you know, trying something else on and it not working, trying other things on. Bye, Callie. Love you. Yeah. Trying things on, seeing if it fits, seeing if it works, new community spaces or like new relationships, new people. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. More. Gimme more, gimme more, gimme more. Okay, so y'all feel, I got friggin' passionate about that, guys. Jeez. Okay, and then Sunday, the 31st, I'm excited. Just a heads up that I will have a YouTube video breaking this all down on my YouTube account, Astraemia. So if you're watching from YouTube right now through the live stream, it's a different YouTube account, Astraemia. Astraemia. Yes, absolutely. That's where I re-upload the forecast, or subscribing to my newsletter, Letters from the 8th House. That is where you get an email from me every Monday morning with all of the details of what I shared here sent to you. But this, I will have a separate video breaking down this new moon that's coming up, because on May 31st, we have a new moon in Sagittarius really early in the morning. And for those of you who are in the inner circle, we will be gathering the day before, because this new moon's like at 1 a.m. on the 31st. The inner circle will be gathering to like celebrate this full moon. I have everything planned. We'll get those details and all that stuff sent out. I say we, it's me. I'm the team. It's me. We as in my CEO part and my content creator part and my performer part. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm so glad that you got to jump in. Yes. I might be doing some more different kind of live content, different things, just hanging out, doing live readings, things like that. Collective reads. We'll see what happens. The world is our oyster. So on Sunday, May 31st, we have Mercury making a sextile to Chiron. Whoa. As I said that, guys, my Umbrium card just fell over. Very interesting. I heard like shadows, like your shadow side, like you don't have to have the shadow side out. Hi, I'm an 8th house Mercury. I live in the shadows. I speak from the shadows, and it's been very intense. Okay, so Mercury in Cancer. Oh, that's Venus. Mercury in Gemini. I was like, wait, no, Mercury's not in Cancer yet. That means the retrograde's coming up. Mercury in Gemini making a sextile to Chiron in Aries, 29 degrees, later degrees. This is interesting, right before it shifts into into Cancer. So this Sunday, and by the way, guys, I just freeball this. Like, if you didn't know, I'm here with you. I don't do any preparation. And I like exposing myself that way, because you guys get to see how my brain operates real time and all the like years of knowledge I've accumulated for this subject. So Chiron is at the last degrees of Aries, which is really intense in a beautiful, beautiful way, meaning that we're really getting like toe to toe with our wound around our identity, right? There's been this since 2019 when Chiron entered Aries. We've been really just like facing down the like barrel of our selves of like, who am I? What do I want? how do I go about this? Like, who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And so the sextile to Mercury, this is so beautiful. And I feel like this is just really bridging a deeper conversation into opening ourselves up and talking about these pain points, it's a very cathartic conversation, whether it's you with yourself. And actually, I feel like maybe on the live stream, if you guys are joining me next week on Sunday at the same time, this could be I can't wait to touch base with all of you guys then, because I feel like we're all going to have like more deep conversations, and especially with what the full moon illuminates for us, right? And I'm so excited to dive into this with the inner circle. Mercury really is bridging this gap into like understanding like the thoughts around like where we haven't taken action on things, where we haven't, I heard like celebrated ourselves enough, or like given us like ourselves recognition for the work that we've put in. And I feel like this Mercury sextile is like really bridging that gap into like being open and honest about the path it took for you to get to where you're at. I've been reading that collectively a lot, where a lot of people are feeling that call to share their more personal experiences, their personal expression of their path. That's been coming through a ton. But this really is like an opening of like, even though you're like, it feels like a throat chakra wound. I'm going to be honest. The sextile is like really like, it's okay to not have your thoughts or ideas perfectly formulated. It's about just trying. Now I'm hearing that song, like, I gotta get up and try. That song. Do you guys know that song? What song is that? It's Try by... Yeah, but that's coming through, and it's just like, nobody's asking you guys to be perfect. Nobody's asking you guys to be perfect. And the sextile is really honing that in of like, actually your raw, vulnerable truth is the best medicine for people. It's the best, okay? Welcome everybody to the TikTok live. Thank you for liking and sharing. We're talking about the astro forecast for the week ahead. And anybody joining on other platforms, hi. Hello. Hello. Additionally, on this Sunday, we have a full moon, and it's like at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have a full moon in Sagittarius, and I'm going to be breaking this down a lot more deeper in my YouTube video that I'll be posting. It'll be uploaded soon on my YouTube channel, Astraemia, and we'll write a separate newsletter on this as well for letters from the 8th house. I fucking love this full moon. Like, genuine. I'm like I gotta reorient myself for you guys. I was all slouched back. I got comfy cozy, but I'm like, I need to get close to you guys, because this full moon is ruling this Mercury in Gemini. It's in the first decan of Sagittarius, which is ruled by Mercury. So again, using your voice, communicating things. It's also ruled by the 8 of Wands. It's fucking go time, baby. And Sagittarius is all about like seeing the future vision and like holding that true. And it's like, I really see like the most beautiful thread. First of June. Oh, I love it. Yay. I really just see this, like, this full moon to me feels like this illumination of where like you stopped allowing yourself to dream bigger, or allowing yourself to like really hold true to your vision, that like visionary future, and take action. It's very much like understanding that when you like it really feels like cutting through the fog. And it's your own self. It's like man-made fog. It's what I heard. Like, you know, like the fog machines and like haunted houses. It's like, I'm seeing you pull the plug on those and being like, why do I keep doing this? Why am I sabotaging myself by like creating more distractions? So this is literally like, especially with the sun in Gemini, because it's really giving us this like clear cerebral understanding, and like really seeing where to go from there. And then especially with the sextile to Chiron, it's like, yeah, it's not supposed to be perfect. Actually, the most important medicine right now for our collective, for the society that we're in, is to be radically, authentically yourself. That's how all of you guys have found me. So passing the torch, guys. I need help. I can't do this alone. You know, wherever that looks for you. And the Eight of Wands is all about like action, movement, going. And what's so funny is like, it is ruled by Sagittarius, right? For those of you who didn't know that, like, this is like ideas coming through. This is, like finding, oh yeah. I was reading it in this person's interpretation, and I kind of want to do a little, just a read of it for you guys, and then we'll have more depth about it in my YouTube video that I'll be posting on it. Okay, I gotta be weird. You know me. Pure energy. The Eight of Wands arrives in a brilliant fashion, blasting away anything that is holding back your aspirations. There are times when things just seem to be dragging and life may appear boring or lackluster. Distractions, mental blocks, delays get in the way of progress. Something is out of sync and inspiration is absent. Where is that supporting universe? The key to the Eight of Wands is to be open and ready to use and direct its transformative energy. The gift of this card is lightning fast energy, bringing clarity, focus, and movement into transmutation. Like, guys, it literally, all the old insecurities getting burned off so we can fully be ourselves, shining bright. No, 1000%. It's been such, and I know I shared like in the inner circle, I'm like going through an existential crisis of like, what do I do? What are we doing here? Like, where, why, who, what, when, where, why? And it's just like, guys, create the life you want. Like, again, like I shared, I'm gonna be sitting and building a whole like mind map of like, yeah, who is this? Where do I want to go? Where do I want this energy to be directed? What does that look like? How can I embody that? How can I share that? How can I bridge that energy into the people around me? And like, I'm seeing like light refracting. So this full moon really is this like, it's giving like ultimate Sailor Moon transformation, right? When like Usagi's like having like that like oh, I got full body chills. Like, it's when she has to like go to the next level, right? And it's like, all of it's been here. Yeah, you have the clay in your hands, you just have to mold it. Like, literally the universe is like, we've been giving you the substance to work with, the alchemical process. It's reminding me also of like The Alchemist, right? Where if you haven't read The Alchemist, highly recommend, guys, put it on your reading list. You can even DM me on Discord. I have the PDF. I have like all these books I have if you need them. I like just see this like deep understanding that you have been giving all of the substance for you to transmute. And it's up to, like, spirit can't transmute it for you. It's your will, your desire. Your will is the thing that drives you. And I'm just saying, like, you're reorienting back to your true will. It's like that energy. And now they're like bringing some deeper things of like, what is your why? When I want to be alone, I'm going to tell people, BRB, I'm refracting. BRB, I'm refracting light. My favorite thing to do is, because like I have a family that's like very open-minded. At the dinner table last night, I was like, hey, how's the last couple days felt for you guys? Because I feel like I am like moving through like multiple versions of myself, like splitting and like moving into massive different fractals of different realities and universes. And they just like looked at me and they're like, cool. I'm like, yeah. But there's a lot going on in this, and full moons, right? I don't talk about all the lunations or the transits of the moon, because the moon moves signs every 2.5 days, but full moons are really where we get this like expansive energy, and it's highlighting our unconscious patterns. And full moons are all about releasing. So there is this like release of stop being so fucking hard on yourself for like not having things accomplished. Like, start now. I heard like 1-800 call now. Like, maybe there is some things that you need to reach out or connect to or bridge some things. And even when I said that, like, something might have come to mind for you when I said that, like reaching out or like bridging something, like meeting the universe halfway. Okay. All right, sweet friends. Just a quick recap. I just flashbanged all of us. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Just a quick recap of energy. We're going to jump back here and then we're going to jump back here. We have got on Monday, May 25th, Mars is squaring Pluto. On Tuesday, May 26th, the Sun is trine Pluto. On Thursday, May 28th, Venus is square Saturn. On Sunday, May 31st, Mercury is sextile Chiron, and we have a full moon in Sagittarius.